Most PPC experts and Amazon agencies skip over low impression search terms in the search term report. They call it noise, but here's the thing. If it got even one sale, it's not noise, it is a signal. And in Ad Habit, we treat that signal like gold, especially in the supplement niche where conversion rate is everything, because that ignored search term might be the next keyword that ranks your product, converts profitably, and steals a slice of the market share from your competitors. I am Andy, and we help Amazon brands launch smarter, scale faster, and stop wasting ad dollars. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we extract ignored low impression search terms from your campaigns and turn them into high performance exact match campaigns with top of search boosts. And here's what nobody tells you. Your auto, your phrase, your broad match campaigns are quietly generating low impression, low traffic search terms that might seem irrelevant to some people, but some of them, they've actually made you a sale. And almost everyone misses them. And here's why. They look small, right? But they're easy to scroll past, and you assume your current campaigns are covering them, and they're not. But here's what we know at Ad Habit. If a search term made you money once, it's a signal, not a fluke. These search terms are bringing cheap sales at top of search. And as you can already see, a lot of these have, less than 100 impressions over the last 60 days, and they still got a sale. So in your search term report, look for terms with low impressions, and I would say under 100 or 200, depends on where you want that threshold to start, at least one sale and a decent ACoS. Now I'm going to jump into this tool that we like to use. This is called FBA Excel. One of my favorite tools. I've been using it for years and years now, and it just has gotten better over the years. And it is very cheap, great tool to use. What I'm going to do is I've already downloaded data from Amazon on this account. I'm going to go into FBA Excel, and then I'm going to go into my search term report, which is going to automatically download from that data. So in this search term report, I've already filtered things out, and I'm looking for, broad match, phrase match, auto campaigns that have found these long-term search terms that have gotten low impressions, but have still made sales. So you can see a lot of these 1, 2, 3 impressions going up even more. And you can see over here, they did bring us sales, right? So we want to start to take these keywords and launch them into their own campaigns, because another amazing thing that this tool does for us is it will show us that, hey, you don't already have these campaigns. If it did, it would show me a 1 or 2 if I already had these search terms in their own campaigns, which I do not. So what I'm going to do here is I could do this automatically from FBA Excel, but for those of you that don't have it, we're going to jump into Amazon and create these campaigns for you. Now here's where the magic happens. We're going to create a new sponsored products exact match campaign. So I'm going to jump into Amazon. I'm going to scroll down to create campaign. I'm going to click on that. And that's going to bring us to your campaign builder. Right now we're doing sponsored products. That's going to be 80-90% of where your ads are going to go anyways. And we're going to go in and click that and create a campaign. Now, the first thing we like to do at Ad Habit is have a clean naming convention. So I'll give you an example here. This is the ad group name, but we just name them both the same. We only do one ad group per campaign at Ad Habit. That gives us the most amount of control over the budget and everything inside that campaign. So you see we have SP for sponsored products, exact for that exact match, and we'll give it something like ignored search terms, low impression, and TOS stands for top of search, which I'll get into a little bit more in a second here. So as I scroll down, we're going to select the product we want to use, and we're going to click add. And then once we get down to the targeting section, we're going to do manual targeting. And right now we're going to do keyword targeting. Right? I'm not going to go off of this. I'm going to enter my own list since I got that from my search term report. And I am going to launch these into exact match campaigns. So if I go back to my search term report, let's say I take all these keywords, I'm going to copy them, and then I'm going to paste them here. And all I have to do is click add keywords. And you can see a lot of them don't even have a suggested bid, but usually we want to go, 10, 20% below the suggested bid just to start, and then work our way up over time, increasing the bids as they get impressions, clicks, and sales. So I'm not going to go too deep into it right now, but you could maybe put them all at, 75 cents all the way across the board. And then once you do that, you could just go in and change those to the 75 cents, save, and go through and do that for each one of them. Or when you click add keywords, you could have done it there. So if I click remove all again, and I paste it again, add keywords, I could just say, hey, let's go 75 cents, add keywords. They're all at 75 cents now. Right, and then I'm going to go down. I'm going to do dynamic bids down only. You could try fixed bids. We usually do dynamic bids down only. That gives us the best bang for our buck as far as, getting a good ACoS, keeping the bids low and hoping to get that sale. But where the magic really happens is we're going to do 100% top of search. If you're not familiar with what that does, is it's going to put you to the top of the search results on Amazon. And it's going to increase your bid up to 100%. So if it's 75 cents, it's going to increase your bid up to $1.50, just so you could show up in that top of search results. So I'm going to go through this quickly. I assume most of my listeners already know, but let's say trail running supplement, right? This right here is the top of search right here. These 4 sponsored spots. This is where you're going to show up top of search. And then, these are going to get into sponsor brand, sponsor display. But these 4 sponsored product spots, this is top of search. And this is where most people are going to get the high intent purchaser that's going to come in, see a product, good price, good reviews, click on it and purchase it. You're going to have a much higher conversion rate than you would, down the page here. And that's why top of search is a lot more powerful. All right. As we scroll down, I'm going to make that campaign name the same as above. If you have it separated by portfolio, by different products, or however you want to separate your portfolio, you'll click that there. We're going to do today's start date, no end date, and we're going to set a daily budget. We don't like to really run out of budget, but if you want to give it a test, maybe start low, 10, 20 bucks. We usually like to start a little bit higher, get the data, and then adjust as it performs. Because if it's performing the way we expect it to perform, we never want the budget to run out. All right. And we also want to let Amazon know, hey, we have a healthy budget here. We want to send signal to Amazon. So maybe we'll do 50 bucks. All right. We're not going to do any of this right now. We're just going to click launch the campaign, and then you're going to start to monitor that as it gets clicks, as it gets impressions. Now, these are long tail search terms that don't get many impressions. So this isn't going to, you're not going to get tons of data, but over time, as you consistently add these campaigns, they're all going to work together and add a lot more clicks and a lot more sales on your products. And once live, this campaign works tirelessly to put your ads right at the top of the page. Where you normally lose a sale, your ad's going to be there and you're going to get that click and you're going to get that sale. And here's what we look for after like 7 to 14 days. If it's converting, let's keep it. If there's no conversions after clicks, you could pause the keyword. But if you're not getting any impressions, let's start to increase that bid a little bit as we go every week when you're adjusting your bids. If one keyword suddenly gets more impressions, that means the top of search unlocked it. Split it into a single keyword campaign and continue to scale that over time. And over time, what's going to happen is the more clicks and the more sales you get on the keyword, you're going to start to see that organic ranking increase, which is, not an ad. You're going to get a click, you're going to get a sale off your organic placement. That's not going to cost you any money. So if you are struggling to rank, this is how you break into the page without overspending. This strategy gives ignored keywords a second life. Think of it like this. You're not just building campaigns, you're hunting hidden demand and letting Amazon tell you what's working. Now, jumping back into FBA Excel here. We run all of this through FBA Excel, through Ad Tactics. That's this tool. It's a powerhouse tool that lets us track match types per keyword, build bulk sheets in minutes, know which keywords came from which campaign type. We could filter by conversion rate. We could filter by performance tiers, however we want to do it. So doing this periodically helps us to find gold, missed clicks, missed conversions, missed revenue. And these things add up a ton over time. So as you're frequently going through every once in a while, you want to search out these low impression keywords, add them into your campaigns so that it's not missed revenue in the future. And these things just add up a ton over time. If you want a discount on FBA Excel, you can click the link below in the description. And if you want us to take a look at your own account, you could book a free audit in the link in the description as well. And here's a bonus to these first time watchers of this video. To top it all off, the first 3 people that book an audit get a free 2026 keyword research from us for one of your ASINs. And you might be asking, why am I limiting it to just 3 people? Because I do the keyword research for you, and that is all the time that I could spend. So get in while it's hot and just let us know when you booked the audit call and you came through this video. And to end this video, I just want to say most people ignore this tactic, and that's why it works. You don't need a big budget. You don't need better visibility. Take your ignored keywords and make them your next top performer. This works. We've done it for years, and you can too. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.